The sun's hitting my face so nicely. Oh. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This week's video is going to be about modelling, and I'm going to tell you the step-by-step process to teach aspiring models how to correctly apply to modelling agencies. If you're an unsigned model or someone who's looking to be a part of the modelling world, then stick around, you've come to the right place. A brief backstory about my experience. I started back in January 2021. Since then, I've been learning the requirements and what it takes to be a model. Throughout that year I did a bunch of collaborations, since being a bit small-minded, and I was thinking, oh, I'm gonna apply to agencies and just wait for things to happen to me. It ain't as easy as that for everyone. But eventually at some point, because I had built up enough of a portfolio to show I've done stuff, I can prove myself worthy because I've practiced enough posing and worked with enough people. I started getting a little bit of paid work. And freelancing for a year has been good. It's been really tough. Now I've started applying to agencies again, and that's given me the idea to do this video. I hope this helps inspire you, alongside bringing insight on what to expect when entering this world, because it ain't easy. Let's get on to the steps. What I think is the most important step, which is research. Because not only do you need to know the kind of modelling you want to get into, because it's not only fashion, big catwalks and everything. There's so many tiny parts of modelling that even if you don't go into the big boys playground, you can go into smaller fields, which include like parts modelling, your hands, your feet. Be careful where you put those. So you're looking at the field that works best for you. You have to look through the agencies themselves, looking at their website, backtrack, like talk with other models from that agency that you really want to be a part of. If they're a good agency, if they're getting their models work, getting them with people who aren't dodgy, if they actually get you good pay and stuff, basically if they're treating their models right. I'm gonna leave a link in the description of a summarized list of the most well-known agencies that you can find in your region, but it's mainly fashion and commercial that's in that list, so it might not be the best if you're looking for specifically like hair modelling. If fashion is what you're mainly looking for, that's a good starting point because it's got all the agencies together. So you found some agencies. What's next? You want to provide them with images of yourself and your application, showing what you look like, what you can bring to the table of the industry, and those include Polaroids. Now, the general term for Polaroid, you'd think, oh, it's that camera that flashes and then the image comes out straight away. It is. For the term that I'm talking about, it means like a photo where it's in your complete natural state, where you've just got no makeup, you're in the most form-fitting clothing, where it's no patterns or anything. You're in your natural state, and they want to see you that way, showing who you are. They want to see who you are. For images, I recommend using a blank background where there's not too much chaos going on, because they don't want to see that, obviously. The main focus is you in the picture. So you wear your tight-fitting outfit. It could be like black, white or beige. You can wear trousers, you can wear heels as well, or trainers in the pictures. And now we've got to talk about good lighting. Make sure it's not in direct sunlight. It's gonna make you look either extremely bright and fair. So make sure it's good lighting, but it's not sun directly on you. My house has neither of those, so I decided to go to a studio instead. So if you're willing to spend a little bit of money, then I opt for the studio option, because they know what they're doing and they all have the background ready for you. No filters of your face, no Snapchat filters. Selfies? Probably neither. You could put the timer on your camera and set it like that. It'll look like someone's taking a picture. Clothing wise, like I said, make sure it's tight to your body. No baggy clothes, they want to see your form. No makeup, or at least very minimal makeup. You're covering a pimple that's not going to be there for long, that's Perfectly fine. Know your angles, know your right facial poses, show your moodiness for the fashion stuff, but if you're applying to a commercial agency, you can show maybe you like like fake laughing. They just want to see basic posing, seeing your angles. You gotta show them profiles, be proud of them. Resemble confidence in the basic poses, and they will love that. This isn't always the case, but sometimes they'll ask for a videotape. It's when you show a tape of yourself walking towards the camera, introducing yourself, just showing your angles, and then you do a little strut towards the camera, doing a little one-way walk. And for that, I recommend outdoors and get someone to hold the camera for you while you're doing a little walk. And there you go, that's pretty much simple. And for that I do recommend heels. Now you gotta submit that stuff to the agencies you have chosen, which is very, very simple. I could not make it even more brief. You go to the apply tab on the website, you read what it wants you to provide them, which is going to be your name, your contact details, your social media sometimes, and your measurements, your pictures. Done. Occasionally, they like to make it a little trickier. Sometimes you have to go into the contact tab and then they'll tell you how to apply to them. Occasionally on the website they say they only do casting calls in person. They'll state it. If the agency you have chosen doesn't have a tab where it says apply, they're not giving you instructions. From my experience, most likely they're not taking models at that time. Like, you don't fit their requirements, I mean. Then most likely they're going to reject you. They have specific standards that they want to stick to, and not everyone gets to be lucky. But there is the off chance where short people get accepted, people who are slightly bigger. Like, if you have a really unique look and you don't fit their standards, sometimes they're like, I want to take you just because you look so different. You never know. This is why I still apply to the big places, because although I know they're most likely going to reject me, you have to like prepare yourself for that. You never know. You gotta try it out. For those who have already had some modelling experience, if the application has an extra box, you better put your goddamn portfolio in there. Write out the experience you've had, whether you've been in magazines, people you've worked with who are like known names and stuff, because it's more likely that they'll see it and be like, the images alone haven't truly convinced me, but seeing who they've worked with already, it means they know what they're doing. The sweet old waiting period. They can either respond to you in a day or in like 3 weeks. Don't feel down, they're gonna come back to you. Some of them, they may never respond ever again, and that's a sign of not being accepted. Remember, there's always a higher rejection rate than it is acceptance, because the standards are so high in the modelling industry. It's so tight to like squeeze yourself in there. And when I first started out, I might do a story time on this one day. I was in 2 agencies, but basically the agencies I wanted to be a part of, none of them wanted me. So I was just like, oh, okay. Clearly that's like snapped me back into reality. I needed to do stuff to prove myself worthy. Never take rejection personally, because it's so common. You have to keep strong heart of steel. You know your own worth, you know your value, and you need to express that to people. If some of you get accepted, now it's planning your future out. You're gonna read these contracts and consider what agencies are right for your future. For those who had what I went through last year, no one really contacted me, nothing really came out of it. That's perfectly fine. If you want to continue your passion, you gotta work for it. And that's a challenge that you have to accept. You're gonna contact people, you're gonna do collaborations and all that, building your portfolio. You will get noticed when you put yourself out there. Imagine you like meet someone who's the editor of Vogue. You take that opportunity. Don't be scared of it, you snatch it. If nothing comes out of it, there's gonna be other opportunities that come your way. So please don't feel down in the dumps. You gotta push it. I hope this has been informational for you guys and a little bit joyful about the whole thing. I want to help you ambitious peeps make a breakthrough into this. Bear in mind, we're all gonna have a unique path. Some people are gonna apply, they're gonna get their dream agency, and they're gonna make it big. But that's not realistic for everyone. Sometimes it takes years to get any recognition. You just gotta keep building, you gotta keep going, you gotta keep it strong. That's how successful people work. Wish you guys the best of luck. As I have been recording this, I've actually been accepted by 3 people. Thank you for watching my video, and I'm gonna do more about modeling in future, and I'll talk to you guys later. Let's talk more about modeling later, okay? Peace out. Mwah. Love you guys. Bye.